This whole Ghislaine Maxwell trial is a insult to intelligence. Only intelligent people. It, I don't know how dumb you got to be to not see what's at play. I mean, from the whole, everything that's happened with Jeffrey Epstein, from, his death. I knew when he got arrested, the first thing I said, there's no way this dude makes it to trial. No way this guy makes it to trial. Sure enough, probably about a week after that, you had the first suicide attempt. And then you had the successful one, in quotations. And it just so happened at that time, the cameras were off and the guards were just completely asleep. And everybody just ran with it. Well, no, not everybody ran with it, but they said, hey, that's bullshit, and then went on with their lives and continued to soak in all the other BS that the media feeds them, and still continue to dive into the whole political game, diving head first in it. This man was a billionaire. He had connections with everybody. Now, they're not gonna tell you everybody. They're gonna give you some of the names, the propagandized names. They're gonna talk about the Clintons. One side, Fox may talk about the Clintons. CNN will talk about Trump or whatever. But you're really not gonna get much out of this case. Wasn't even recorded on television. It's not even being broadcasted. The judge made the decision. Makes you wonder. They can put all of this stuff and they can tell lies and manipulate information on stuff that is clear right there in the public eye. But it makes you wonder, you have all these different cases that they have on television, have everybody engaged in it. Have you engaged in Kyle Rittenhouse? Have you engaged in Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd? Those cases are wide open. They'll put that for everybody to see. You always got to ask yourself, what's the end game? What's the gain out of doing certain actions? Corey, you speculate this and that, and what's the gain from these actions? This is what you got to ask yourself. And you got to sit there and really brainstorm. And I know we got lives and we got, got stuff we got to do. Life's moving at a fast pace. More inflation. Because y'all refuse to identify the problem. Y'all keep listening to the mainstream media. They'll deflect and tell you, no, it's not the Federal Reserve. It's none of that. Those are just conspiracy theories. Just like they said there's no pedo cabal or there's no big thing that's going on in the world where there's, a bunch of trafficking of children. They say that's a whole conspiracy theory. Now, a lot of the context that's given and a lot of times things that it's linked to, yeah, it's sensationalism, but no, it's a real thing. And this is proof of it. But why don't they let this be a public thing like they did the other things, so the people can, make the decisions for themselves? But this is not going to happen. It will never happen. Because the people the big money makers, the people these guys are friends with, the Jeffrey Epsteins are friends with, they're the ones who run the mainstream media. It's not no journalism. The best chance of you getting journalism is coming from independent media. That's it. But you can be a damn fool and think that you're gonna get something. You can get the real story. You're gonna get all the names. I don't know what's true, as far as the stuff that they post as memes on television. I mean, on Facebook or something, or I've seen a list of the flight logs, a lot of celebrity names on there. We don't know. I do know a lot of these guys are never, even if there is real, a lot of them will never get punishment because they're protected. But why don't you let the people expose it to the people like you did these other cases that you have on television? You're not worried about the integrity of that and different stuff and the outcome and talking about sensitive information. When it comes to stuff like this, and you have billionaires, people who are controlling the outcomes, controlling your politics, billionaires of the world, and there is something this serious, the public should know. But hey, let's all keep sticking our heads in the sand. Let's all just ignore it. Let's all keep chasing the American dream. Let's all keep ignoring the solutions. Solutions are never easy, but they're there. And once you identify, you can start building on things and can start brainstorming and stop leaving it up to just a few people to know. You get in the know too. You start reading. But we've always got, despite how busy we are, we always find time for other leisure. We always find time for other things. And then turn around and get back to the same hooting, hollering, crying, whining, and shit. Insanity. Let me know what you think. Let me hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out.